Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Kaz, and I'm back with Fallout 3. And we're here in Rivet City, about to speak to Father Clifford and get more ideas about what's going on this boat. So here we go.
I am Father Clifford. This is St. Monica's church.
So who is this Saint Monica?
She is the patron saint of lost children, very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come.
You're a priest?
Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City. You should come to services this Sunday. I'll be telling the tale of St. Monica.
I might be there. I think Mr. Lopez is suicidal.
Yes, I know. I've been counseling him for some time now. He used to go stand on the observation balcony all afternoon. He's down to only an hour or so at 3 o'clock.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job there. So what do you know about Rivet City's history?
Oh, it's not the past of the city that I dwell upon, but the future of its inhabitants. But if you're interested, I believe Miss Weatherly or Mr. Bannon would be glad to speak with you on the subject.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. I'll go see them. I need to go, Father Clifford. I won't blow up Diego and Angela. I'll just leave.
St. Monica bless you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes?
Okay, so what's this here? Oh, it's the rectory door. Maybe I'll come and loot that at some point. But for now, we will go and check out... What's this in here? Just some scary place to go in. We'll go check out the science lab. What do you think about that? What do we got here? Before we do that, we'll go in here and take a look around. Oh, look. Nice stuff. Plane. Who's that? Well, let's go check downstairs. See what we got down here. Who are you? Oh, it's Pauly.
Who are you? Got any psycho? I could really use a fix, but I'm broke. I run the chem shop, but I'm broke and can't buy chems.
Yeah, that's not funny. That's not funny. You shouldn't take that stuff. It'll kill you.
That's what Cindy says too, but I got the itch. I need it bad.
I'm trying to find out Rivet City's history. Can you help?
Huh? History? What history? There's no history here, man.
You're no help. I've got to run, Pauly.
Yeah, me too.
Go get your fix, you fucking junkie. Take some Nuka-Colas. Look around here. That's not a bobblehead. Alright, I'd like to know where the guy is who runs this place, but since he's not here... Oh, look, a workbench. Cool. I'll take the bottle cap mine. Since you're offering. Maybe he's in here. Hello? Hello? Nope, he's not in here. Nobody home. I'm not going to rob you. Oh, here he is. Hey, buddy.
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history.
Well, thank you, Abraham. I have looked around, and yes, it's an interesting collection indeed.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
Yep. Okay, all right, I'll bite. Which document is missing?
In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence.
So you want me to find the Declaration of Independence? So let me take a leap of faith here. You want me to find it for you?
Indeed, I do. Without the declaration, the rest of these relics are almost meaningless. I must have it. Acquire the document for me, and you'll be awarded most handsomely. What do you think?
Slow down there, Gramps. What's this reward you're talking about?
You'd secure your place in history. The man who rediscovered the Declaration of Independence. Imagine the fanfare.
Can we stop beating around the bush, please? What's the reward?
Sorry, my mind tends to wander. I will see to it that you receive a worthwhile trade. I have in my possession the only known schematic for the creation of something called the railway rifle. Bring me the declaration, and it's yours.
Okay, I'd love to be a part of history and bring you the declaration and get the schematics for the railway rifle.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.
Okay. Stealing independence, I got a quest. Can you show me how to get to the National Archives on my map?
In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you.
Good. Map marker added. Okay, so do you know the history of Rivet City?
It's funny now that you ask. I can tell you all about the capital, but I really haven't got any idea about Rivet City itself. I can't see how important it is compared to the capital's history, but maybe Bannon might know something. He's in the governing council, after all.
Yeah, I have a few questions about the Declaration of Independence.
Please ask then. After all, knowledge is power.
I'll do this speech. I probably won't be successful, but I'll try it. All this info on the Declaration, where'd you get it? I don't like secrets.
Well, this is quite embarrassing, actually. I sent someone like yourself after the Declaration. She did some of the research for me, but now I haven't seen her in a few months. I wouldn't worry about it. Many have died for causes far less grand than what you're about to undertake.
Oh, sweet. So you sent somebody and they died, and now I'm the backup plan. So what does the Declaration of Independence look like?
A piece of what was called parchment, sort of a thick paper, has faded handwritten writing all over it. It's no more than 2.5 feet tall and 2 feet wide. If you find it, you should be able to roll it up carefully.
And what's the history behind the document?
On July the 4th in 1776, a group calling themselves the Second Judgmental Congress got together at Fort McHenry in Maryland. After a ceremony which ended with Paul Revere singing the famous battle hymn known as the National Anthem, the document was signed. From there, it was sent to England by plane, presumably, and presented to King George himself. Thus began the Evolutionary War.
Nice. Evolutionary. You got it all wrong there, Abraham Washington. Let me ask you something else.
Certainly.
Well, I've looked around a bit.
Oh? And have you come to any conclusions?
It's an interesting collection of garbage.
One man's garbage is another man's treasure trove. Don't underestimate these documents. They may not look like much, but their value is immeasurable. Or would be anyway, if only I possessed one more item.
Yes, we've been there. We've been there. I don't mean to disrespect you, but what's missing is my ability to stay awake in this snoratorium.
My friend, the sleeping fox catches no moss. Would you want to miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime?
Maybe later. I've got better things to do right now.
Shame. Very well. You're free to look around, but with your level of patience, I suspect you'll become bored rather quickly.
Yeah, thanks, Abraham. I'll find your document. But for now, I got other things to do, more important things. I better go to the science lab and talk to the doctor. Let's get this ball rolling. Right? This is the science lab? Yes. And we'll get downstairs to go see where the doctor is. Who are you? Janice? Let's talk to Janice.
Kaplinsky, chief botanist. What do you need?
You know anything about Rivet City's history?
If it hasn't got to do with the science quarters, I'm probably not the one to ask. And Dr. Lee's so busy, you really shouldn't disturb her work.
Yeah, alright, I'll divulge my real intentions here. I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
Alright, I'll do that. Farewell.
So long.
Let's go over here.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes, yes, yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Well, that was quite an interchange. Let's talk to Anna Holt.
What do you need?
Is Dr. Lee as smart as they say she is?
She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here, though that's not saying much.
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
Yeah, you're really nice. You're really nice, Anna. Can I get a drink around here, preferably somewhere clean?
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck.
Thanks. I have to go now.
Yeah, see you.
What about you?
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
You go right to the point. That depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Cut to the chase, Zimmer. What's the job?
You'll be searching for an android. Do you know what an android is? No, I imagine you don't. All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. Not in the Commonwealth. I'm talking about artificial persons that think and feel and do what we program them to. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Yeah, interesting. But what's this got to do with me exactly?
You're helping me retrieve this android, aren't you? I've tracked him this far. He's out there somewhere, in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task, He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'm not sure I trust you, but I'm not sure how it is up north. But around here, we get paid for our work.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Yeah, my friends already envy me. What else? Sure, I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent. Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Okay, so I got the quest added, the replicated man, and I got some notes to check out. I need to know more about what I'm dealing with. What is an android exactly?
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically.
So any suggestions for finding this android?
Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
So if this android wandered off, why would he want a new mind and face?
Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life, wipe away all memory, all guilt, trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
Yeah, you're not such a nice man. So tell me about the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
Nice. I like the way you speak to me. Do you know the history behind Rivet City?
Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
You're a prick. I have to go now.
Of course you do.
You're lucky I don't kill you. Let me talk to this guy, Armitage.
Lay a hand on Dr. Zimmer and I'll snap your neck like a...
Oh, you're just his hired muscle. I understand. You're just hired muscle. You're nothing to be... Nothing important to me, so... I already spoke to Anna Holt. And when we come back in the next episode, we will speak to the Dr. Lee, who will give me some more information about Rivet City, its history, and my father, maybe. So that's it for me. I hope everyone enjoyed. Don't forget, we are doing other things on our channel, playing Zombie Army Trilogy and State of Decay, of course. I'm doing my September challenge, which is to kill 40 ferals, and at the same time I'm doing the official State of Decay Undead Labs challenge, which is to raise 20 skill stars by the end of September. So I'll be doing both of those things on my channel, so stay tuned. Well, that's it for me. This is Kaz signing off. Take care. Peace.
Stop what you're doing. I have something important to discuss with you.
Do they not use the word no in the Commonwealth?